Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the third chapter in geography, which is our changing earth. Synopsis of the lesson. In this session we are going to see the following topics. The first one is introduction part. Next, endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Next, we are going to see endogenic or endogenous forces. Next, we are going to see tectonic plates. Next, we are going to see tectonic activity. Under this, we have divergent boundaries, convergent boundaries, transform boundaries. Next, we are going to learn about earthquake. Finally, we are going to see causes of earthquakes. First, let's see about what is geography. The word geography comes from two Greek words. Geo means earth and graphos means to write about or description. So the word geography means to write about the earth. In other words, the description of the earth. Geography is the study of earth and its peoples, places and environments, the discovery of the world around us and how people interact with their surroundings. Students, you have broadly learnt about the structure of the earth and the environment in the previous chapters, right? So the earth is divided into four main layers: crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. Our earth, as we see, is not in a consistent state. It keeps changing its state due to various causes. These changes are not always sudden. Some changes may take years and centuries, while some may be sudden. So students, in this chapter we shall see why and how our planet Earth undergoes changes. Students, you are aware that our planet Earth is a nearly spheric planet. So spheric means globe-shaped planet which is rotating on its axis and also revolving around the sun. Its superficial, which means outer surface, is not smooth but has various forms like mountains, valleys, plains, oceans, rivers, etc. We learnt that inside the surface there are thick layers of matter in various forms like liquid, semi-liquid and solid under tremendous heat and pressure. Here tremendous means extreme heat and pressure. So the changes on the earth's surface are due to two types of forces, while the upper surfaces are exposed to sunlight, heat, wind, water and temperature variations. There are some other forces acting from inside the earth as well. Earth movements has two forces. The first one is endogenic forces and the other one is exogenic forces. First, let's see about endogenic forces. Endogenic forces means forces which act in the interior of the earth. Here interior means inside. So endogenic forces means forces which act in the interior, which means inside of the earth, whereas exogenic forces means it refers to external, which means outside processes and phenomena. that occur on or above the Earth's surface. So in this chart we can see Earth movements. Earth movements as two forces. The first one is endogenic forces and the other one is exogenic forces. Endogenic forces is further subdivided into two. The first one is sudden movement and the other one is slow movement. Under sudden movement we have earthquake, volcano. Under slow movement we have tectonic movements. In exogenic forces we have erosional and depositional. Under this we have water, waves, ice and wind. Students, first we are going to see endogenic or endogenous forces. The term endogenic means internal processes and phenomena that occur beneath the surface. Here beneath means under the surface of the earth or any other celestial body. So what is mean by celestial body? Celestial body is otherwise called as heavenly bodies. So heavenly bodies are objects in space such as the sun, moon, planets and stars. Then sudden movements can cause earthquakes and creation or eruption of volcanoes, while slow or gradual movements can cause formation of mountains or valleys. So sudden movements can cause earthquakes and creation or eruption of volcanoes, whereas slow or gradual movements can cause formation of mountains or valleys. Students, we shall see these later in this chapter. Let us first understand some more about the structure of the earth and the movement of tectonic plates. So what is mean by tectonic plates? Thick plates of lithosphere which keep shifting. Next we are going to see what are tectonic plates made of. Plates are made of ridged lithosphere. The lithosphere is made up of the crust and the upper part of the mantle. Earth's crust and the top of the mantle form the lithosphere. Next, we are going to learn about plate tectonics. Theory of plate tectonics. The theory of plate tectonics, the crust is broken up into sections or pieces that move on top of the liquid mantle, that is asthenosphere. Tectonic plates means these sections or pieces of crust are called plates. Next, let's see about plates. There are 7 major plates on the earth that are moving extremely slowly but continuously. Now let's see some major plates. First one is Eurasian, African, Australian, Indian, North American, Pacific, Antarctic and South American. Next, let's see some intermediate plates. The first one is Caribbean, Cocos, Nazca, Arabian, Then let's see two main types of plates. The first one is oceanic, that refers to ocean. The second one is continental, it refers to land. So students, here we can see the main and intermediate tectonic plates. Let's see it one by one. John D. Fuca plate, Pacific plate, Cocos plate, North America plate, Nazca plate, Scotia plate, Caribbean plate, South America plate, African plate, Arabian plate, Eurasian plate, Indian plate, Antarctica plate, Philippine plate, Indo-Australian plate, Pacific plate, etc. So, as a whole, tectonic plates are part of the Earth's outer layer. This layer is called the lithosphere. It sits on top of the Earth's mantle, that is made of magma. So students, to understand this, let us try an experiment. Place a beaker filled with water on a stove. Drop a small paper pellet in the water. As the water heats up, you shall see the pellet moving in the water. So, it indicates that when water was heated, there was a current and it made the paper pellet move. Students, here we can see the pictorial representation of this experiment. Same is the state of semi-liquid molten lava inside the Earth's surface. Deep within the Earth's core, heat is generated by the radioactive decay of elements like uranium, thorium and potassium. Then the heat is transferred upward to warm the mantle, causing it to slowly circulate. This movement of lava applies force on the lithospheric plates above. Next, we are going to learn about tectonic activity. Earth's crust is fractured, which means broken into 20 lithospheric plates of different sizes. Each lithospheric plate is composed of a layer of oceanic crust or continental crust and an outer layer of the mantle. First, we have to know what is meant by oceanic crust. Oceanic crust means the part of the outer rocky layer of the earth that is under the oceans. Then we have to know what is meant by continental crust. Continental crust means the outermost layer of Earth's lithosphere that makes up the planets, continents and continental shelves. So in this picture we can see oceanic crust and continental crust. Lithospheric plates are generally considered to be about 100 km thick. So these plates keep shifting and sliding at a very slow speed of a few millimeters in a year in different directions. The movement of these plates is commonly known as tectonic activity. These movements of the tectonic plates can be categorized into three types. Students, here we can see three types of plate boundary, divergent, convergent and transform. First, we are going to see divergent boundaries. When two plates drift apart, they may cause valleys. In other words, a boundary along which two tectonic plates move apart, it is called divergent boundaries. In simple terms, a divergent boundary is where two or more tectonic plates move apart from each other. When they move apart, either water or magma fills the space. If it is magma, when it has cooled and it creates new land, it is called divergent boundaries. So here we can see the picture of divergent boundary. Next, we are going to learn about convergent boundaries. When two plates come together, one of them slides upwards over the other. This is called converging boundaries. The sudden movement of lithospheric plates causes earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. In other words, a convergent boundary is where two or more tectonic plates collide, which means hit or strike with each other. Here we can see the picture of convergent boundaries. Next, we are going to learn about transform boundaries. Sideways movement of two plates alongside each other is known as transform boundaries. It does not destroy or change the landform. In other words, transform boundaries means when two plates are sliding past each other in opposite directions, or one plate is moving faster than another plate next to it. So here we can see the picture of transform boundary. We see and hear of earthquakes. Next, we are going to learn about earthquake. Students, here we can see the pictures of earthquake. Students, before we go into the topic earthquake, let's see some definitions. So what is mean by earthquake? Earthquake means vibration of the earth produced by the rapid release of energy. Seismic waves means energy moving outward from the focus of an earthquake. Focus means location of initial slip on the fault where the earthquake origins. Epicenter means spot on Earth's surface directly above the focus. Introduction. Earthquake is also known as quake. Tremor or trembler is the phenomenon where there is a sudden release of extreme energy from the earth crust, resulting in shaking and displacement of the ground, along with the creation of seismic waves. If the epicenter of a larger earthquake is situated in the offshore, which means sea or ocean, seabed may be displaced sufficiently to cause tsunami. It also triggers landslides and occasionally volcanic eruptions. Here, triggers means causes. So, It also causes landslides and occasionally volcanic eruptions. Earthquake shaking may cause loss of life, destruction of property. In a strong earthquake, the ground shakes violently. Buildings may fall or sink into the soil. Rocks and soil may move downhill at a rapid rate. Such landslides can bury houses and people. So what is mean by an earthquake? An earthquake is a sudden tremor or movement of the earth's crust which originates naturally at or below the surface. Next, we are going to learn about causes of earthquakes. There are two main causes of earthquakes. Firstly, they can occur due to explosive volcanic eruptions. They are in fact very common in areas of volcanic activity where they either precede or accompany eruptions. Secondly, they can be triggered. Triggered means caused by tectonic activity associated with plate margins and faults. The majority of earthquakes worldwide are of this type. So, there are two main causes of earthquakes. First one is due to explosive volcanic eruptions. Secondly, they can be triggered, which means caused by tectonic activity associated with plate margins and faults. I have enclosed the classwork instructions in the PDF. Kindly refer it. So now we have reached the end of this session. Thank you.